Stand by just a moment, Gene. I think I heard a dog barking, and it is indeed Spot the Wonder Dog leaping into the balcony to help us sniff out the dogs of the week.
I thought it was Spot. My dog of the week is a miserable imitation of the omen called the Godsend. The devil's child is again born into the world and dropped off on unsuspecting parents. The devil's kid is a little girl with blonde curls this time who pushes her sister out of a fourth-floor window. Now that's after she strangles another sister in a playpen, drowns her older brother in a pond, and pushes another brother out of a hayloft. With a kid like that who needs child abuse, this is a totally ridiculous film that the parents hang on to the kid after the killing starts. Totally preposterous.
If not suicidal.
Yeah.
My dog this week is a gruesome, bloody, and particularly stupid disaster of a film called Silent Scream. It's about a young college co-ed who moves into a suspicious boarding house on a cliff overlooking the sea and immediately finds herself surrounded by a wave of violence. Is the house haunted, or does it perhaps contain secret rooms, hidden staircases, scandalous revelations from the past, hidden identities? This is one of those movies in which all of the above are true. And before it's over, we've seen some nasty scenes involving knifing, stranglings, gougings, and other substitutes for intelligent suspense. The ads say the movie stars Avery Schreiber, but you have to look fast to find him. He's in the movie so briefly, it's almost like he was trying to escape along with the audience.
Remember a couple of weeks ago when we got some letters from readers and we
Right.
talked about them on the air, and we also solicited them? Well, we got a whole bunch of letters since then, a couple hundred as a matter of fact. I've got one, you read a couple.
Okay.
The letters seem to fall in two camps. The one that I'll deal with was talking in movie theaters. Here's a letter from Mar Vista, California, Max Lent and Tina Lent. They say the problem talking in theaters is getting worse. No one seems to say anything about it. I've been saying things about it for years, you too. I once advertised in the Tribune, the paper that I work for in Chicago, that I would pay $5 to any usher who would get rid of a crying baby. No usher has done it. You can't rely on ushers. They're not paid enough. They get minimum wage. They're not going to go after people they can't see in the dark. What to do? I have one good trick. I will frequently, if someone's talking, say, hey, I'm a movie critic. I'm trying to earn my living here. Can you please be quiet? And what happens is I think that people really respond to somebody trying to make a living in a movie theater. So say you're a movie critic, you may quiet people down. If they won't quiet down immediately, I get up and move. I don't want to fight in a movie theater. I want to watch the flick.
We'll have a plague of movie critics. I have a strategy. I don't know if it works very well. Whichever door I enter the theater by, where the popcorn counter is, I go to the other side of the auditorium to sit, so I'm as far away from the popcorn counter as I can get. Most people get their popcorn and they can't wait to race into the theater, sit down, and start eating it, right? So I'm further away from the largest concentration
Go to the far
of
door.
people. Yeah, but it doesn't really work, but it's an idea.
Okay.
Here we got 3 letters on the same question here, one from Gainesville, Florida, from April McKinsey, also letters from Plattsburgh, New York, and Fresno, California. They want to know, how do you get to be a movie critic, and what did you major in college before you began to be a film critic? Well, I didn't take film courses in college because the university I went to didn't teach film at that time. It wasn't considered to be a serious enough academic subject. I took English courses and journalism courses, and then when I went to work for the Sun-Times, I was a feature writer, and I was just lucky enough to be there when the film critic's job opened up and it was offered to me. So I guess I was just in the right place at the right time.
I have the same story to tell. I majored in philosophy. I had no particular experience in film. I was working at the Tribune as first a reporter, then a feature writer just like you, and the job was vacated. I was asked to fill it, and sort of the only way I learned it was on-the-job training.
Me too. I used to say I have no academic credentials for this job, but I have 12 years of experience. Which is
We'll give you the address where you can write us for some more questions that you might have. We'll give you that in a few seconds. First, let's recap our reactions to the main movies on the show.